3.
Hello, my full name is Dexter Christian Charles. My parents were from Trinidad and Tobago, the southernmost island in the Caribbean. The family consisted of 4 boys and 1 girl, and actually the girl is the last, and she is 8 years younger than my youngest brother. So she was more or less the last throw of the dice for girls after 4 boys. Well, I was raised with my parents. They were married for 55 years before my dad died. And we lived in the house with them, grew up in the same house with them. As far as involvement, I guess we were close as children, but like all teenagers, I think we tried to go our own path, and I guess after leaving high school, we weren't as close, I suppose, as we could have been. After graduating from high school, just started working, really, and partying all through my 20s. At least I partied from 20 to 30. And then that's when, after 30, if I hadn't stopped, I probably would not be alive today. So I had to come to a decision that, hey, it's either you settle down and get serious in life, or probably end up, if not dead, badly wounded, as we say. My parents really didn't have much influence on the choices that I made. I think a lot of, well, no, I shouldn't say that. What happens is a lot of the choices that I made was in direct contrast to how my parents lived. I didn't quite agree with, from their school, the old school way of being safe and always being more or less conservative with everything that they did. I was more of a risk taker, and I would just do things by the seat of the pants, as you say, fly impulsively. Obviously, as time has gone by, I have learned to be a little more reflective on the things that I do and the choices that I make. I think personal life was reasonably happy. As I said, in my 20s, I was, well, growing up with my parents, we were secure in that both parents worked, and we had a middle income family. So we weren't well-to-do, but we weren't exactly struggling to make ends meet either. So we had a pretty steady childhood. Growing up as a child of the 70s, Trinidad being an oil-rich country, oil and gas, the country was pretty much booming in the 70s, late 70s, 80s. So after high school, jobs were pretty easy to get. They were plentiful. The country itself was booming. So at that stage, I would say that life was good. Didn't have to worry too much about job security, or any economic hardship. So we just enjoyed life to the fullest. Of course, when the whole economic downturn came about in the 90s, then things were a lot different. Life became a little more difficult because of the recession, the layoffs and the businesses closing. But all in all, I would say that I had enjoyed a very well-adjusted personal life. The greatest achievement in my life, I don't think I've done any great achievement. Nothing that I can point a finger to and say that that I'm ecstatic or over the moon with that. It's been a pretty ordinary life, really. No great accomplishments, I should say. Greatest regret, I would say, was not doing my higher education earlier. When I left high school, I had intended to go to university, but life got in the way. I started working and friends and parties and one thing, and I just, if I had to do it all over, I would have gone to university and got my degree earlier and then partied and enjoyed life after that. But I sort of did it backwards. Hey, it's something that I think about, but it's not really a big regret. But like I said, if I had to do it over, I probably would have done it differently. Future generations, hey man, you have it tough. In my days and growing up, from a child in the 60s to the 70s, I didn't have to worry about too much about what you all have to deal with now. Things like terrorism, AIDS. It was a very carefree type atmosphere. I could have walked the streets any hour, any time, without fear of being mugged or held up or anything like that. It was never a concern. Going out, I didn't have to worry about how I was going to get home. Even if I had to walk home, it would not have been a state my name again?
Again.
Okay. If I had a piece of advice to give future generation, it will always be mindful of your family. Be very appreciative of family. I know I personally was not very close in my young adult life with my family, but in the larger scheme of things, it is important that families stay together and help one another with whatever life throws at them, because here's what, we all have challenges and we all will face challenges, and family may be the one, even if it may not be blood family, but really close friends that you consider as family. Keep them as close to you as you can. Well, right now, the most important thing in my life, for me, as I just said, is family. And as I get older, I feel more appreciative of what they have done for me and how they have contributed to who I am and the person that I am today. Favorite saying would be, and I had it, what is it? And it is something that I learned from my dad. Never let fear stop you from achieving what you can do and what you know you can do. Too many of us do not accomplish or attempt to accomplish things that we see that are in front of us and we know we can. We have a clear insight of it, but we allow fear to keep us from attempting to accomplish our probably greatest deeds. Growing up, actually, there really wasn't anything I can think of that I wanted that I didn't have we didn't have elaborate choices, really. Nowadays, there wasn't that many choices of things. And I really didn't miss anything. Can't think of anything that I say that I wanted and didn't have. As far as being a role model, far from it. I have tried to live my life as one where I am proud of myself. My aim is not really to please others, but if people see me as being considerate of others, then I think I have accomplished what I would like to do, in that I would like people to consider me as being empathic towards others and considerate about their feelings. And I try to be as considerate and accommodating as I can. That doesn't mean that I will allow you to walk over me. But if I can help you in any way, I feel that I should make an effort to help. Anywhere that I can help someone rise in their stations in life, that's what I would like to do. That's what I consider as being a role model, to help people raise their station in life. Childhood dreams I've implemented. I'm not sure. As a child growing up, I thought I would travel the world. As a matter of fact, that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel the world, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So, but who knows? It's still on the bucket list. It could happen. May happen. I don't have any real books or movies or songs that are, to me, inspirational. There are lots of books that I've read. One of my favorite growing up was Tom Sawyer. That was a book I read many times as a child. And I don't know, maybe I identified with the character. Obviously, I probably did. But other than that, one of my favorite movies is Meet Joe Black. I just love that character with Brad Pitt. I don't know if I'll recommend it, but it's just one of the things that I like. I spend my free time nowadays relaxing. I had loved playing sports, so I was very active in a lot of outdoor activities. Whether it would be growing up in the Caribbean playing cricket, we always had what we call a party side. So two sides will get together and we'll have a party playing sport. Whether it's football, that's soccer, cricket, table tennis, and any other thing. But my free time now, how I play darts. So other than that, it's just relaxing at home, really. Best advice I've been given. I always remember that quote from Nelson Mandela about the best advice I think I wasn't actually given, but it is actually from a poem that I learned in school, and that I think had a very influential part of what and part of it, one of the lines in the poem goes that if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve their turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. And I think that was a real powerful line from the poem that always stuck with me. And it's actually telling you, you know, sometimes you just gotta, when you really don't have anything and you don't have anything more to give, but you still gotta keep going, keep going. And like someone, I remember saying, when you're going through hell, you don't stop. You keep moving. That's the only way you're gonna get out. My role model is Nelson Mandela. The reason why is when he was let out of jail, I was one that said that, at least this is my thinking, was that the best thing that could happen to him was that he would get assassinated. Because I didn't believe that one man could live up to the expectation that a whole nation was placing on his shoulders after spending so many years in jail. For him to be that symbol to lift a nation up from whatever they were going through. Man, was I surprised. Yep, he lived up to his name. And all the hype, he lived up to it. So, hey. If there's one person I would have loved to have met and had a chat with, that was the person, Nelson Mandela. What do I suggest everyone should try? I don't know. Try whatever it is that you think liberates your spirit. Something that, I would compare it to skydiving. Just to be free of all encumbrances, just let yourself go. The guiding principle of life that I feel is that, and I try to live by this, do the small things every day in a great way. And life is full of mundane things that we do and we have to do. But if you look at it as this is a task that I have to do, let me be great at doing that task at that time, in that moment. And that is something that I have tried to live by. I love most in life is myself. I don't think, but I have learned to love myself. I have learned to like who I am as a person. I'm comfortable in my own skin, and I appreciate the person that I am today. And that was always like that. I think there were times when I definitely had a death wish, especially in my 20s when I was partying a lot. Yeah, I think I was on a death spiral. But I've learned to appreciate the person that I am today. I had 3 wishes. I think I only need one wish in life, really. And that is peace of mind. If I can have peace of mind, then I will be the happiest man alive. Doesn't matter. Don't need to be rich. Don't need to be celebrities, fame, fortune, whatever. Just all I need, just peace of mind. And I try to achieve that in my everyday doings. Peace of mind. So when the outside influences come and as always, they try to suppress your spirit and load your being with a lot of negative and burdens and peace of mind. That's just peace of mind. Actually, I've talked a lot about. I don't think there's anything that I can't think of anything else that I want to say. Life is difficult. So whatever you do in life, make sure you do it to your utmost ability. If you are playing, play hard. You work hard. Love hard. Because life real hard. If I believe in life after that, I don't know really. I'm very conflicted with that. Life after that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I guess it depends on my mood at the time. I believe in a supreme force, and I cannot conceive it as most of the world would like to describe it, as some being looking down upon us and plotting our everyday lives and whatever. Yes, I believe in a supreme being. If you want to call it God, Allah, Buddha, whatever, yeah, fine. But I don't know, beyond that, I really try. I don't have an answer to it, and I don't know. What supports me in life? I think, first of all, I guess it will have to be my wife. She's been a main support since we got married, and even before we got married. Because when times are rough, she's always been there to see me through, help me up. support me, give me encouragement. The best period of my life, it's in my 20s when I was partying. That's the best. Hey, here's what. I wouldn't want to go back to being 20 because 20, it was good. But that was good then, at that time. And yes, I enjoyed it. This was filmed in South Shore Library, just outside of Tampa, on the 4th of October, 2016.
That's it. Can you change it?